Okay, next, I'm really pleased to hand over to Francois from Sopra Steria. I don't think they need any introduction. They're one of the largest consultancy and software development houses out there. Francois is going to take us through some of the lessons learned from their hands-on experience of delivering MDM to their customers. So over to you. Thank you so much.
Hello. Let me show you my screen. I can't share because...
oh, don't you need to stop sharing? Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to find my mouse again. Okay. All yours.
Do you see my screen? It's okay?
Yes.
Looks good.
Good.
Hello, everybody. I'm François Penaud. I'm French, so I will speak slowly. I hope you will understand me. I have been working for Sopra Steria for 15 years. I'm a software architect. I started working with MarkLogic in 2017, and I'm today a MarkLogic leader for Sopra Steria. So, which is Sopra Steria? Sopra Steria is a French global SI. It's one of the European leaders in computer services. Today, Sopra Steria has more than 45,000 employees in more than 20 countries. I work for the business unit Insurance and Social Protection. Between 2017 and today, we won multiple projects for insurance and social protection customers, including MDM, product, person, contract. You can see on this slide our projects. We have developed projects and POV, proof of value. We also realized architecture and code reviews for different customers. So we developed many applications with MarkLogic. We even created a MarkLogic Center of Competencies in 2018. The targets of this COC were to describe the best practices, to train and certify people, share and capitalize our experiences, and industrialize around the MarkLogic solution. Continuous integration, continuous deployment, information system integration. Today we have around 30 people in the COC, including 7 certified people. So you can see we know MarkLogic pretty well, and that's why I'm here today. Indeed, the title of my presentation is Lessons Learned from Multiple Projects. I will focus my presentation on these following elements. First, our MarkLogic approach, then definition of business use cases, then agility of MarkLogic platform, and data exposure. With our rich experience, let me present you the MarkLogic approach, our MarkLogic approach. It will help you to understand the presentation. Here you can see a good illustration of the MarkLogic iterative approach. And this is how we work at Sopra Steria with MarkLogic. And this is how we think you have to proceed to build an MDM project with MarkLogic. First, you load data as is. Many file formats are allowed. Most of the time, we use CSV files corresponding to a database, one file by SQL table. MarkLogic can help you if you don't know pretty well your input data. During this step, you can ingest data, and after that, you can do data mining on it. It's very interesting. This is, you can see on the picture number 2. Indeed, whole data is indexed in MarkLogic, so you can use the Universal Index, the Google search bar, and facets to do data mining. It's necessary to know your source data in order to make your mapping to harmonize data to a target business model. This is the third step on picture 3. You configure mapping and you launch an harmonization. After that, you can check your harmonized data. An harmonization is a transformation of the source data into the data in the format of the target model, the business model. The uses of facets helps you to check harmonization. If the harmonized data is wrong, you iterate over and over. And when the harmonization is good, you can expose the data. That is the strength of this approach. You can iterate over and over until your mapping is good. Then we'll talk about the definition of use cases. This is the first lesson. You must think about business use cases before starting application development. This lesson is not specific for MDM projects. It concerns all types of MarkLogic projects, such as document management, maybe. Indeed, MarkLogic does not respond to one specific need, but many needs. If you want to build MDM with MarkLogic, you will need to develop, I'm talking about code, some features. Even if MarkLogic provides many powerful APIs and tools such as a Data Hub Framework or Data Hub Central, you saw a few minutes ago, it will be necessary to develop something. All the features are not out of the box, unlike native MDM products, but it's a strength. You can develop the feature you want and you can develop it very quickly. But you have to think first what you really want to do. You must start an MDM project with a use case in mind, at least a draft version. The use case can change during the project, of course, it's a strength of MarkLogic, but you have to have the main idea in mind from start. That's my advice. So also you don't have to try to reproduce all features, all MDM features that of a MDM product, for example. It's a mistake not to make. I know that because one of my customers made it at the beginning of MarkLogic MDM project. It was an agile project, and our customer wanted us to develop merge and purge features in the second sprint. We developed both features, but they became obsolete a few sprints later. The business need was not clear at that moment, and the business model then changed. So it generated rewards, time, and money. That's why it's very important to develop feature iteratively in a consistent order. And that's why an agile approach is a good thing for MarkLogic project. For example, is the purge feature important to business? No. Okay, we won't develop this feature. Is the purge feature important to business? Yes, it is. It's very important. Okay, we will develop it, but only when data is harmonized. Now, let me talk to you about the agility of the platform. According to me, this is the biggest asset of MarkLogic. Indeed, it's better to be agile when you build an MDM project. Usually, 1 in 2 MDM projects fails for multiple reasons. Business use cases are not identified at the beginning. You build the MDM first, and after that, you think what you can do. I already explained that. At one customer, it has in mind from start to build an MDM person, and then a 360-degree view. This customer knows from start what the MDM project will be useful to. In this case, being the main source of the 360-degree view. Lack of knowledge of source data. Specification documents are not always up to date with project, and it's difficult when you don't have a specification. You have to explore data, and sometimes it's difficult to explore data, and it takes much time to do that, even more for all systems. In the domain of social protection, many companies have merged in recent years. After several consecutive merges, companies have to maintain many applications, and some of them may be old. At a customer, we had an old COBOL DB2 application, and it was not possible to export data easily. But MarkLogic helps us to do that. It's a strength of MarkLogic. Third point, the model sometimes is imposed by the MDM tool. For MDM product, you use the product, and there is a model imposed. And often at a customer, the model is very specific. And MarkLogic does not impose a model. You can model your entities as you want. At what At Soprasteria, at one of our customers in the field of health, it allows us to use a simple person model with only 5 entities. It was enough for our need, and it goes fast to harmonize data. It's a strength of MapLogic. The last point is for me the most important. Each modification of mapping, for example, takes much time to be tested. If you change your mapping, you have to test it, but before that, you have to package and deploy a new version of your application, and the process can take several days. So every mistake costs time and money, and it's impossible not to make mistakes in MDM project. If you tell me it's possible to make directly the correct model and to describe the correct mapping, I will answer you, you are a liar. Whether relational modelization or not relational modelization, you never build the correct model the first time. I never see that. You have to iterate over and over until the model is good. And this is why MDM IT projects are expensive. MapLogic product can help you because the agile approach allows you to make mistakes and to correct them quickly. Now, let me present you 2 elements that improve productivity and quality of MapLogic projects, in my opinion. They are not mandatory, but I advise to put them in place at the beginning of the project or gradually, and therefore you will save time. I advise to configure an industrialized environment as soon as possible. Today, in IT project, continuous integration and continuous delivery are 2 concepts very important. It's even more true for me for MapLogic projects. MapLogic provides a component that allows you to deploy MapLogic configuration automatically. It's MapLogic Gradle. So you can easily build and deploy your MapLogic configuration. It's not difficult to automate packaging and deployments in tools such as Jenkins, GitLab CI, Excel Deploy, tools very used by our customers. At Soprasteria, we did it at all our customers. I think it's also necessary to automate the execution of the batches. It takes a lot of time to deploy new mappings and even more to launch treatments of harmonization. Sometimes you will even have to ask someone from another department to launch the treatment. If deploying a new version of your application is just a click button, you will save many days. If launching an harmonization is just a click button, you will save many hours or days. My advice is to invest time and to industrialize. As I said, it will save a lot of time afterwards. It will avoid many tasks, manual tasks, and tasks which are uninteresting and which take a lot of time. So automate everything you can. Automate packaging, automate deployments in different environments, from integration to production, automate launches of treatments. In addition to industrialization, the dataset part is for me very important. You have to work on a small but consistent samples of data. When I say small, I'm talking about a volume of 100,000 of elements maximum. The sample must not be too small to validate the performance of your treatment. What I want to make you understand that is better to avoid using all the data. The full approach must be avoided when it's possible. With a small data set, treatments will last a few hours each time. So imagine if you have to launch many harmonization each day, you will have to wait again and again. With some of my customers, this is the case. We don't have a small data set, but full data set, millions of data. So an harmonization lasts a few hours. So we must wait until the next day to have an answer to our correction. It can be frustrating. It is actually. Without a consistent dataset, you will find special cases late in production. Worse, it even happens to me to believe the mapping of a field was good because 100% of my sample was correct. After delivery, I found that 90% of the harmonized data was wrong. In fact, my sample was not consistent and only contained special cases. It's hard to build a consistent dataset, but the more consistent it will be, the better the project will go. You will find bugs earlier with a constant dataset, and it will cost less to fix these bugs. So create a small consistent dataset if you can. But important say if you can't, MarkLogic allows you to make mistakes, so you will succeed. But it will take longer. Before talking about data exposure, let me tell you about 3 more lessons. First, listen to build progressively your project based on 2 axes, sources and business model. Agile methods correspond well to MarkLogic project. I say that. If your business model is simple, it's rare, but it can be possible. My advice is to model all your model first during the first sprint, and then to harmonize new sources during each following sprint. If your business model is complex, model it progressively. Model a few entities during each sprint and harmonize sources then. During the following sprint, you will add 2 or 3 new entities and enrich mapping of existing sources. Do not harmonize too many sources during the same sprint, because an update of the model will impact all your mappings. My advice is to validate each update on the model on 1 or 2 sources only. And when it's good, you update all mappings. Model the whole model directly is not a good approach for me, according to me, sorry. As I said before, it's impossible to create the right model the first time. So I saw that at a customer which wanted to validate all the model first. In the end, the model was very different, and all reworks cost a lot of time and money. You have to respect the iterative approach to guarantee the success of your project. I repeat myself, but the possibility of making mistakes and correcting them quickly is a great privilege for an IT project. Next lesson is make things simple. Do not try to implement all MDM features. The example of the merge feature is interesting. It's an important feature of MDM project. At a customer, we have developed the feature by integrating weight management based on criteria, notion of priorities by freshness and source, as well as a threshold to make it possible to differentiate between an automatic merge and the creation of a manual task of suspicion. It was complex, too complex for the initial need. And finally, we realized, that one of the criteria was not often filled in the input data. So the consequence was we had more than 1 million of human tasks created in a task bin, which is impossible to be treated by humans, or so in many hundreds of years. That's why you have to develop a simple functionality first and enrich it again and again. Make simple and enrich after that. Do not try to develop the whole big complex feature the first time. The third lesson is build a MarkLogic application like you build a custom development. A MarkLogic project is an IT project. I have talked a lot about the build phase of a project, but you have to think about the maintenance phase from the start. Indeed, because you sometimes modify model and mappings, you must protect yourselves from regression. A developer error can happen. All developers make mistakes. So, example, the modification of a mapping. At Soprasteria, we realized we need to develop automatic test from the beginning, and because there are many bugs on the mappings, so sorry, I have a problem. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said a developer error can happen. So we all know that the later a bug is discovered, the more it costs. That's why we have developed automatic integration tests around the solution in order to detect regression before delivery. For us, for me, it's essential to guarantee the success of the project and its maintenance. Data exposure. One of the strengths of MarkLogic is that you don't need to duplicate the data in different formats. You can expose it in different formats. This is a multimodal approach, as you saw at the beginning of the presentation. So I advise you to define the mockups of the screens and the content of your own REST APIs from start of the project. Why? Because it will be quick to develop implementation, such as a custom API or specific file extraction after the data is harmonized. Transforming data before exposing it with MarkLogic, it's a thing to do. So when you will create or modify an API, it will go fast. Of course, if your service contains many business rules, it won't be easy. But globally, all services, all custom services you develop with MarkLogic are quite simple. My conclusion is using MarkLogic does not guarantee the success of an MDM project, but the fact MarkLogic promotes an agile approach, the success of your project will be guaranteed. You can do mistakes, and that's why it's very interesting. And MarkLogic is a powerful tool to build an MDM project. At Sopra Steria, we have developed many MDM projects, and it works. It goes fast and it works. So voilà, it's my conclusion of my presentation.